a view of Rushmore and Badlands.
I'm grateful, man. Oh, how could I complain?
We are in Campbell Bottom recreational area in North Dakota, just south of Bismarck.
What's the temp supposed to be tonight, hon?
When the low tonight is supposed to be 26 degrees.
Mother's Day on May 10th in North Dakota.
Yes.
Every now and then, she has to be on camera too. Internet out here, there's one bar of 4G.
One or two bars.
Depending on where you stand and how high above your head you have the phone.
There you go.
About one bar of 4G. The booster works great though. Absolutely awesome. Come on, leave the hole alone, girls. Let's go. Let's go.
The RV route, the smart RV route application
Smart.
took us onto the wrong road.
Hey, come.
Granted, you should technically be able to do. She'll catch it.
There she comes.
But not with a trailer, and it should have known better.
There was
It was a paid app for RV route.
Considering there's a giant sign in the middle of the road that says road closed.
Yeah.
And the guy did not like us turning around in his driveway.
No.
Beautiful out here though. I love the scenery.
A little bit more mountainous. Taller hills.
A little bit more. Less grassy.
You have to admit that it was easy to be comfortable there in Pierre.
Nice people we met.
Nice people we met, but it was just easy in the environment. I mean, we were there at a city and we still were like having an easy time at staying in place. Usually after 3 or 4 days, we're like, okay, let's get going.
Yep.
But we picked a good place to stay in place for a couple weeks.
Yep.
But because our tailgate, the Tommy gate, needs a part, which the closest place to get that part is up here in Bismarck, and our generator is broken down, and the closest Lowe's was up here in Bismarck, we decided it was about time to move on.
I'd say this isn't a bad place to spend the night. It's right on the Missouri River. The truck needs a bath, but well, so do I. It's gorgeous out here. Like along the road? There's a car parked up there.
Yep. People are up there at the top.
That'd be a campsite.
No, this is a state park, remember? So there's other areas of interest than just the campground. We are at the Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park near Bismarck, North Dakota. And we're only going to stay here for one night, and then we're moving on to a city park so we can get some errands done in Bismarck. Oh, look.
They made a little entry shelter. Well, you bet they had Boy Scouts come through here.
Yeah, there's a couple of them here. I remember doing that with the girls when they were in campfire.
I wonder if you'll be able to see him. But right there is a great big owl See if we can zoom in on him. Oh, steady hands.
So we're at a dog park in Bismarck, North Dakota. The only dog park I can find. And it looks like they are working on quite a bit of the different sections. But it's a huge dog park. Huge. And the owners who come here seem to be very friendly. And the dogs too.
Yeah. Well, he came back yesterday. We came yesterday morning. Okay. I guess after the morning. Like all the people
Balance? Come on, you can do it. That's a good girl. Hey, jump up. Good girl. Big old heron over there, but I can't tell what kind it is from here. Hey, big old heron.
This park is pretty big, especially for a city park, RV park. I'm really impressed with it. It's definitely going down as a favorite. If we're ever in the area and we have to pay to be in a place for some reason, like we are now, this is the one to come to near Bismarck. And here we are. We are stopping for the night at Faith City Park. There are RV slots along on the far corners, all along this road over on that side, and then there's a spot over there on that side, and there's a dump station just past this building over there, and they have electricity hookups at each one, and water at every third or so site. And the payment was on a post. I'll show you the picture now. That where the first little corner of this park that you arrive at has for you to pay your $10 per night. Yeah, mule deer.
Yep. I got him.
All right, so we just pulled into Spokane Creek Cabins and Campground near, yeah, the pump's off, near Mount Rushmore. So they have cabins. They've got campsites for RVs all down that way, or maybe those are down that way, and then these are for tents. And they got RV slots here. Good morning, everyone. So we are on the flag trailhead for the campground, Spokane Creek Cabins and Campground. And it is one of the best marked trails I've ever been on. They've got little pink flags marked all along this path. Very easy to find and to keep track of. And so far, it's a beautiful view from here. We still have more to climb.
Hey, babe. Take a walk on the wild side. Where are you going?
She's like, it's a jump up. Of course I jump up. Okay, jump off. Come on. Good girl.
Good girl. Deer? Bay got to see it. Oh, good God. Bay definitely saw it. I was hoping you saw that. It's still over there. More of them. Those are whitetails, not mule deer. Time for the nose harness.
You want one on Bay? Nah. Since the flags turned to green, they've been fewer and farther between us. Sometimes we even think that maybe they just completely stop, but they haven't. We've been steadily going uphill for a while here now. I'm hoping that this trail loops around to where we had the first split. Oh. You want to take a break for a minute?
Take a break.
All right.
So this is for the Landrys. This is the geology of the stone near Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. This is the same type of stone Mount Rushmore is carved from. See if you can tell me in the comments what type of stone this is. Specifically, I'm curious what this dark black shiny stuff here is. What is that? And maybe tell me what some of this sparkly stuff is, because I have no idea. But I bet y'all can figure it out.
Icing. Icing. Remember when we were in Mammoth Caves and we came along that sparkly, gloppy stuff in the ceiling?
Yeah.
They called it icing. All right, so we were continuing up this path, but we have definitely lost all signs of any kind of marker, flags, or anything. And it was going to have us go down this, what looked more like a deer beaten path right there. Here, let me use my finger to point right down that way, and then keep going up that way. Well, I just pulled up my GPS on Google Maps, and camp is that direction. I was hoping this would loop around and connect over where we saw our first split, and then we'd come back down the mountain, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So we're heading back. I think we've gone at least 1.5 miles here so far this morning, all uphill, so it's going to be all downhill going back. We're ready to get back and get some breakfast and then go see Mount Rushmore. Good girl, Bay. Good girl, Tink.
Look at the sign.
You're right. So that is the American flag trail. Pink and green flags. If I'd known this, maybe I would have pushed a little harder. But yep, the trail did lead to some kind of finality. A view of Rushmore and Badlands. But I wish this would tell you how long it takes to get to there. Then I think it would have been like in our heads, mentally prepared and ready to go.
Well, Mount Rushmore was impressive, but it was well, a short trip. Everything's under construction and our feet are tired from this morning's hike.
And everything is not just under construction, but closed.
Yeah, it's blocked off. It's an impressive work of art, I tell you that. Start with a stone like that. Carve out the face.
We are at a wildlife management area on Tacker Lake in Wyoming.
This is where we're camping for the night. Now that our generator's working, we get to do this again. in a bad
Nice.
spot. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful sunset. So we got another day, another challenge.
Yeah.
So Chris, why don't you let them know what you did last night?
I went to roll up the windows after got the dogs out of the truck, and I left my keys in the ignition and in the on position. The funny thing is, all night long I kept wondering, did we lock the truck? Did we lock the truck?
Yeah, and then today we find out,
Well,
oh
I needed to get my keys so I can go into the truck to get something, and I couldn't find my keys, couldn't find my keys, and lo and behold, they were in the ignition.
with the ignition on.
Next week on The Local Pond.
It's a young male.
There it goes. Yeah.
If you have any questions, comments, or requests, please leave them below.
Wow.
Please remember to
like, subscribe.
and share.